I've worked with other people who believe in God, but I've never had a situation where I've worked with someone that tried to convert me.
Sure.
I mean, not in the bar. I've
Yeah.
worked with a Scientologist that I realized she was trying to convert me.
No.
They always are, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. She waited a long time to do it too. So I was like, if she's trying to
Uh,
sneak in there talking about, oh, I want you to meet this guy. I think you guys
uh,
would be really good. It's like, don't do that. Don't
she
do
played
that.
the
Don't do
long
that.
game. She
She
played the
did because
shelf
she
game.
knows I
They
don't
do
have a
that. Yeah.
man. I don't have a man. You can't reel her in with the test because she's too smart for that
Right.
shit. But you can reel her in with some dick.
Yeah,
That's
straight
rude.
up.
Rude.
Yeah.
Working overtime, serve beer at a Bushwick dive, just trying to stay alive, but it's so damn hard. But I will not worry, though life ain't going as I planned. I hurt and be hard, but it's so much harder. Well, I keep doing the best I can, best I can.
Welcome in and welcome back to Under the Apron, the podcast that asks one very important question. What the fuck is going on behind the scenes in the service industry? And we will find out yet again today. I am all jacked up. I'm in a good mood for the first time in a long time. So I'm ready to fucking roll. And I'm staring right in the screen eyes of my favorite co-host, Mikey Falatatotico. How you doing, Mikey?
Hey, what's up, Laurent? How are you, my friend?
I'm doing all right. Mike just shared some very dangerous information, which is that Arizona iced tea apparently makes a hard seltzer now.
It's fucked up, dude. Look at this. With ginseng and honey. Come on.
And you're drinking it?
Yeah. I'm drinking.
Horrible.
I got two.
How sweet is it?
It's beyond. You can't even imagine.
So much sugar.
Yeah, it's wild. It was a party. We brought them to a party and no one wanted them. I was the only one better than the night. I'm like, I'll do this.
I will for sure buy a 6-pack of those just because I back in the day, Arizona iced tea with ginseng and honey. I thought it was like the healthiest thing I could do for myself. And
it was the healthiest thing you were doing for yourself. But wait, real quick, Laurent, I'm so glad to hear that you're in a really good fucking mood, dude.
Thank you.
Anything in particular that you can share on the podcast in front of the children?
It's me.
Yes, it's Niketta. She just came in here with beautiful energy, but also, I don't know, I don't even know if I'll keep this on the pod, but we've referenced, to the listeners that I've been going through some hard times recently in my own personal life. And for whatever reason, today's a good day. And that much better because I get to hang out and do the podcast. So I'm ready to fucking go. And after this,
hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I had to take a personal day yesterday because I almost had a mental breakdown. So you feel like you're not alone?
No, yes, I do.
There you go.
I feel very much supported. Are you feeling better today?
Way better today.
Look at us.
Way better today.
Hey. The stock market is up.
I love it. I love it.
Yes. Mike, would you like to introduce our guest?
Yeah. So today's guest, a dear old friend of mine. We started working at the Comedy Cellar a very long time ago. She started shortly after I did. I started in 2007. She was there probably 2008. Right? Is that correct?
Good job.
Yeah.
See, you didn't need me.
She started in 2008. Again, I always say this. She's one of my heyday at the Cellar friends. We're in it for life now. I just saw her last month in LA. We hung out one night. It was really fun.
Made my hair.
She moved out to LA years ago. She's been doing acting and voiceover work, and she's a property manager now, and she's still serving a couple nights a week. My dear friend Niketta Scott.
Woo!
She's beautiful. How you doing, Niketta?
I'm good. What a wonderful intro. Can I pay you to do that for me all the time?
Yes.
You make me sound so cool.
You are, Niketta. Please come on now.
Thank you. I learned from the best. No, you got all the information right. I can't believe you got all that right.
I left some things out that I wasn't sure about, but
Leave it out.
Did you?
I didn't.
Oh yeah, say it.
No, I was gonna say the one I forgot was the when you first moved to LA, you were singing and serving at a piano bar, right?
I did. I
I thought that
did.
was so cool.
That's
She's also
Yeah.
awesome.
she's
Yeah.
also an amazing singer. I
That's
forgot to say
amazing.
that. See, now I'm seeing all the details I left out. She's an incredible singer.
There we go. Nikita, we would love to hear what story you've brought for us. So
Okay.
the floor is yours.
I like looked down and I could like see the inside of my leg basically.
I will never suck your dick.
I wound up watching Back to the Future, getting fucked up with Doc Brown.
As he like sits her on the stool, no joke, she shit herself.
Oh no!
Dude, this story's crazy, guys.
It's story time.
So this is and has forever been, and I think will always be, the one and only story that is ever worth telling ever. And I don't think that there's anything ever, well, maybe, but I don't think anything else is going to top something like this.
Have I heard this before? Was I there for
You
this?
should. You were there. You were there. So so my story is at the Olive Tree Cafe. I was working upstairs in the Olive Tree. It must have been a weekend because it was super. Well, I don't even know if it was a weekend because the downstairs wasn't open at all, but it was so busy. We were slammed. Like everything just looked like a machine. And there was this table in the corner at a booth. It wasn't my table. It was actually May's table. And I remember the lady was just so shit-faced. She was so wasted and she was annoying, but whatever. I had to piss like a racehorse. I was holding it in like this entire shift. And I finally run down to the cellar in the basement to use the bathroom. Now, the Comedy Cellar bathrooms are really, really teeny. It's literally what it says. It's a cellar. The bathrooms are really, really small. Like when you open the stall, like it's going to hit the sink. And like if you didn't have a door on the stall, you could literally wash your hands. So I go down there, I take a piss. I'm sitting there like washing my hands in the sink. I didn't even see what happened, but I know that the door flies open and then shut and I'm wet. And I'm thinking like that Julio, who's another server friend of ours, that he like, in my mind, this is the split second, my brain thought he ran down, he threw a pitcher of water on me as a joke and ran up the stairs. And I'm supposed to chase after him, except I just look down at the sink and it's like full to the brim of brown stuff. And then I look up at the mirror and my face is covered in like vomit and hair, my tits, everything. It was that much. Like I don't think I've seen projectile vomit before. And it's so fast. It's so fast that I didn't know what happened. I was already laughing at Julio. And I'm sitting here like, there's like nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do.
Wait,
and
was it you who projectile vomited?
No, it was and as I go upstairs, when I finally figure out to go back upstairs and I need my girls to help me, I don't know what to do. I see that it's May's drunk fucking customer at that booth. Like she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, and then
so she straight up puked at you, slammed the door, and ran back upstairs.
It happened, and all in under a second.
Holy shit.
I do remember this now.
I mean, you need to understand how it's so surreal. I still can't explain it. The sink was full of vomit. It happened so fast that I didn't see the person's face. I didn't even know it was vomit, but the sink was full. That's how much came out of her body.
Did she just walk back upstairs?
She just walked back upstairs.
She didn't apologize. She tried to help you clean up.
She just was wasted. And then they obviously left immediately and paid the check. And then she tipped $6 on like 200 something dollars.
Dude.
Yeah, you'll remember that $6 for the rest of your life.
I'll never forget it.
I heard a story from a guy who so the first bar I worked at, Galapagos in Williamsburg, back in 2006, I met this guy. He was a cellist and he performed one night and we were all hanging out after his show. And either way, so he tells the story that him and his I'll keep it short. Him and his friend, they're in Ireland, right? They're just like, like they're like in their early 20s, like just in Ireland, like traveling around drinking and shit. And they're at a pub one night and he and his friend, they're drinking, and the friend goes to take a piss, and he comes back like way too fast. Like he comes back like 10 seconds later, and he's like, finish up, we need to go, right? and he's like, what? And he like makes him chug his pint, and they sprint out of the bar, and they like run down the block, and as they're, maybe they go to the next pub or something, as they're walking down the street, he explains to him what happened, that when he told him that he needed to go take a piss, he actually needed to puke. He goes into the bathroom, and as he's getting to the bathroom, it's starting to come up, so he runs for the first stall, just throws the door open.
No.
and it's coming out, right?
Oh,
Throws the door open, there's a guy sitting taking a shit.
Oh,
No!
Just wait. So he pukes all over this guy taking a shit, right? And then he punched the guy in the face. Fast forward, he comes out, we need to go right now.
Why?
Right? Yeah, isn't that insane? Isn't that
Why
the
did he punch him in the face?
Because he thought he was gonna kick his ass, so he just fucking punched him.
I'm gonna vomit on you and then punch. That's the best story.
Can you imagine?
You imagine
No.
Taking
being
a
that guy?
shit, taking a shit, and somebody kicks the door open and projectile vomits on you, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And then he just punches you right in the face.
That's one of his worst days ever. And he's gonna have that story. I want to hear that guy telling his story.
God, we
That's
got to
what I
find
wanna
him.
hear.
Yeah, anyone out there listening to the podcast, if you're in Ireland and you know a man who was taking a shit, got puked on, and was punched in the face, we want to talk to him. Please,
Immediately.
please contact us.
Oh my god!
I think that you should really post it on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, no, we should put this as a clip, dude.
For
How
sure,
many
that's gonna be a
stories might
clip.
come up.
Mike, how the fuck have you waited this long to tell that story?
Isn't that wild, dude?
That's insane.
You know, it's funny, when I just thought of it right now, I was like, have I told this before? And I remember now, like, I've tried to tell it and then I forget or whatever.
I've got a story for you guys. I've been jumped way back into the service industry, working a lot more bartending shifts these days. I had an open shift, and I want to talk about this later, that or like on another episode, that I haven't worked a slow opening shift in so long that I like forgot what to do with my fucking hands. I don't know what to do. Like, I've got 5 hours to kill where I'm just standing there like staring at a fucking wall.
You got to make yourself busy or you're going to
die. I know. I don't know. But anyway, so I have this open shift, and these 3 girls come in at like 3 p.m. They're the only ones in the bar. It's a tiny bar. There's no way for me to escape them, right? And they're talking, and I can hear them. I'm trying not to, but it's impossible not to. Anyway, their friend was dating a guy, and she was staying at her place for a couple of days. And I guess she went kind of snooping through his shit. And for whatever reason, he brought this binder, and in the binder were like charts and graphs and like notes about whether or not he should date this girl, right? Like, they said it was like pages and pages of like analytics on whether or not he should be dating this girl, which is already insane.
Crazy.
Let alone to bring to her fucking house. Leave it at
yeah, do your research at home.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So she's got to take notes in the middle of the night while she's sleeping.
Yeah,
exactly.
something.
Dude.
God.
Insane. But okay, so she obviously reads this stuff, and she reads a list that he wrote, pros and cons for dating her. In the pros, apparently she's a very wealthy woman. In the pros was blowjobs and private jet, because she has a private jet. And then in the cons was kind of chubby and lazy.
No.
Wow. Oh.
And I was like,
she got a fucking Yelp review, bro.
Yeah.
That's
for
fucked
real.
up. Jesus.
I was like, dude, you should tell this girl for her to take a picture of that list and just put the pros as her like fucking profile picture for Tinder. Just PJs and BJs. Her name should be BJs and PJs. Let's fucking go. If I saw blowjobs and private jets, I'm there right now. Get on the private jet. We can mix those two things together.
PJs.
Let's go.
That's great.
Yeah. Dude, I was
Wow.
crying fucking laughing about this shit.
Wow.
Can you imagine just reading a list that's like, first of all, can you imagine finding dating somebody and finding that they have bar graphs and fucking like charts on whether or not they should date you? Like, what fucking violent form of autism is that?
I do have a friend that has that keeps a spreadsheet of all of the women that he's dated.
Crazy. Let's jump into topic roulette. For those of you at home who don't know what topic roulette is, it's when Mike and I bring in a topic, our guest brings a topic, and we discuss each of them for about 8 minutes. Niketta, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second. Second.
So if you haven't listened recently to the podcast, we've made a switch to topic roulette it's only been a couple episodes that we've been doing this, but basically we've opened it up on our end. So the topic that Mike and I bring doesn't have to be related to the service industry. So that we can kind of broaden our horizons and talk about some other stuff. The guests will still continue to bring a topic related to the service industry. In today's case, we're going to talk about religion.
I believe in God, but I don't believe in like what I've been brought up like that I've read in the Bible. I don't think that that's right. I think it's just more of like a personal connection to a higher source. And I usually don't even put that onto other people because it's not something you can prove. It's so personal, right?
Sure.
So when you're in a place like when I'm having like a really shitty time in my life, like I have to like get naked and go in the shower, and I have this whole thing where water has to pour all over me and I have to release and be like, I give up. And then like the same day, everything changes.
Amazing.
After that
Nice.
release.
That's your church.
That's my church. And I have my own proof of why I believe and what my version of God is. And I think that we all get to have that or don't have to have it. And as far as working with people, I've worked with other people who believe in God, but I've never had a situation where I've worked with someone that tried to convert me.
Sure.
I mean, not in the bar. I've worked with a Scientologist that I realized she was trying to convert me.
No.
They always are, aren't they?
Yeah. She waited a long time to do it too. So I was like, if she's trying to sneak in there talking about, oh, I want you to meet this guy. I think you guys would be really good. It's like, don't do that.
She played the long game. She played the shelf game.
I don't have a man. You can't reel her in with the test because she's too smart for that shit. But you can reel her in with some dick.
Yeah,
sure. Rude. Rude.
Yeah. I was writing some stuff down earlier today, getting ready for the show. I was actually in the sauna at my gym, and I was writing about this, and I got emotional because I haven't really thought about it in a while. But for me, religion is really, as far as I'm concerned, mostly based in like a fear of death, right? And I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the podcast, but like around 14, 15 years old, I just started thinking about death in this way that I couldn't get it out of my head. And I would fall asleep every night and like have panic attacks thinking about what that meant. And it was like this really, really scary, year or two, but I'm so glad that it happened because I came out of the other end of that feeling as though like my own personal religion is this. I know I'm going to die and I have no idea what the fuck is coming after that. And so I don't give a fuck what you think about me. And I don't give a fuck what society has to say about what I'm doing with my life. Like, I'm going to die. Like, let me fucking do is whatever the fuck I can that I want to do and be the person that I want to be before that happens. And like, I sputter out sometimes and feel like I'm not doing enough, but that is the thing that pulls me up. Like, I've been going through a tough time recently. That's my God, is like, you only have so many days on this fucking earth. Get the fuck up. Stop feeling bad for yourself. Like, go do something that makes you happy. Go do something that like you feel proud of, So that was really an important journey for me to go through. And I just felt like sharing that with
I love that.
Yeah.
It's great. I feel like I had a similar experience like that as well, where I have a feeling it's like kind of more came off of like a mushroom trip, but you know what I'm saying, you know the vibe. But it's like like there is no God, none of this matters. So all of it matters.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing matters, so all of it matters. So just be happy and kind, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like that's it.
Yeah.
And I, and since we're coming off this religion topic, I never felt any of that at church. When I was a kid, I was raised Catholic, and well, I was raised Catholic. Excuse me, and I remember at a young age. What'd you say?
The most boring service.
Oh, the worst. Oh my God. I remember at a young age thinking, like, if I was God and I saw people worshiping me like this, I would be mad.
I know.
Like, I remember thinking that, like, when I was like 8 years old, like, this is horrible. Like, are we really impressing someone with this right now? Like, no, this is terrible.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for sharing that, because I definitely grew up with a bad phobia about death, but I never thought about my own death. I always thought about losing the people who I love, and I would obsess over it. And it wasn't until I realized that having gratitude, and when I'm having like the kind of days that you're talking about that I get frequently, like what really helps me is to think about the things that I have and the things that I'm grateful for, instead of the things that I'm afraid of losing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to respond to you, Mikey, and when I started going to the Black churches, I was like, what have I been missing? I was like, I don't want to hear you talk to me about the Bible. Can we just dance and sing to the songs?
Please.
That's just the church, and then we could go home and like after 3 songs.
Yeah.
3 long
Hell yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like a bucket list, legit bucket list thing for me, is going
To a
to
full Black church.
Southern Baptist, just
It
fucking,
is
and
unbelievable.
like I want to get like, I know that I'm gonna feel something, because I know what music does to my heart and my soul, like what it's done my whole life. So I think in that experience, like, it's gonna do something to me that I don't know if I'm ready for. Because
it's insane, but it's the weirdest contradiction, because you're gonna want the pastor to shut the fuck up, because you're like, I don't agree with anything you're saying.
Keep playing music, dude.
But then when the band starts, you're like, oh my God, I feel him inside me. What's going on?
Yo, that just made me think of a church that wasn't about God, but like you still brought the community together, and basically you just sang and danced.
Dude,
great. I think it's called music. Awesome. I think it's called a music show.
It is. It is.
But yo, Mike, you were talking about like the idea of like God just being like, what the fuck are you guys doing? This is one of the several different ways in which I cannot understand what people are doing with organized religion, at least the ones that I'm familiar with. Like, what would you think? There's just a dude watching you and like tallying up your scores, like a pros and cons, BJs and PJs versus fucking kind of chubby, like, and that's what they give a fuck about. And then you come up and they give you your like SAT score. Like, that makes no fucking sense at all. But then it's like, here's the other thing that really, I remember when I had this thought, and it was years later, because again, this is something that just has been going on and on in my head for a long time. But I remember thinking like, okay, let's say that there is a God, and let's say that he is a cunt the way that he supposedly is, that he's judging you and like gonna kill, like send you to a fire if you
who wants to go? Yeah.
Who gives a fuck about that person? And also, like, if he comes down, well, imagine God comes down, descends, and there's no more questions. Oh my God, it's God, it's real. And God goes like, you guys are all doing it wrong. You're supposed to be fucking the potatoes, right? Like, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Fuck these fucking potatoes. How could you not see that? If you don't do it, you're going to hell.
You're like, send me to hell.
I'm not fucking any potatoes. Yeah, who the fuck are you, bro? Like,
wait. Is it a baked potato?
Yeah, what kind of potato do you want?
That's gonna burn.
Oh my God, puree. Use some puree.
Let it cool, dude. You let it cool. Come on.
Yeah. But like truly, whatever that person, whatever that being, that it's this idea that like, well, if it does exist, if he did come down, then we would all do what they said. Like, no, I'm not doing who the fuck are you? You gave me this, you gave me this body, you gave me this life. Like in my estimation of what an omnipotent being would be like, who provided all of this, it's is being like, hey, go experience whatever you're going to experience. Like this is yours for the taking. Don't be a piece of shit. But otherwise, like, Go. Yo, I left different levels on like, here, look at the mountain level. Look at the LSD level. Like, play the different fucking level.
I love that.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want to go to any heaven where we just only could fuck potatoes. We found so many different fun ways to do it.
Man, thank you very much. Please believe me.
Send me to hell and burn me alive.
In hell, the potatoes fuck you.
There you go. Potato demons, dude.
Potato demons. Oh my God.
It's the name of the episode.
Yeah, potato demons. Okay.
And
So
that moves us into
There you go.
that is a perfect transition into Nikita's topic.
Yeah, Nikita, what do you got?
well, okay, so my topic is like the horny customer. What do you do with them?
Right.
You know, and then like what is your line that you have, like where it's like, I'll let you stay, or you got to get out of here, or knock it off, or keep going, you know.
Right.
And I asked that because I don't know, like there was a night that I was working a few months ago where I was kind of talking it up with this wonderful couple at the bar. And they were a little bit older and they never get out and they work a lot and they have the kids. And it's like they had a date night that they hadn't had in forever. And she was shit-faced. He was pretty drunk, but she couldn't handle her liquor at all. Like she was like, "You're so beautiful. Can you come around the bar?" I was like, "Yes." She held my hand. She's like, "Your breasts are so beautiful. Can I touch them? Because mine are just, you know, so long from breastfeeding." I was like, "You can touch them." It's like, I don't let everyone do it, you know. And he's so terrified.
So accommodating. So accommodating.
So accommodating. You know, I go the extra mile.
Yeah.
So, you know, they go to the bathroom and then they're in there for like an hour. And I see like people, sorry about Foxy. I see people coming in and out and like trying to go to the bathroom. And I didn't even want to interrupt them because I was just like, they're never going to have a night like this again. They never get these nights. I was like, let's fuck in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you ever the horny customer? Like, are you? When's the last time either of you were like, I'm going to a bar, I'm getting fucked up, and I'm going to find somebody to have sex with? Because that's kind of what they're there for sometimes.
So you're asking an interesting question. See, when I brought up this topic, I was thinking of horny couples. But now you're expanding it. Have I been the horny customer who goes to the bar to look for getting fucked? I don't think that I go to the bar to look for getting fucked.
Right.
But like, I mean, I'm horny a lot, but I don't go to the bar to look for getting fucked at the bar tonight. You need to come out with me tonight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sure. I might go there like, we need to lay down the foundation so you could come next week. After a date.
Yeah.
Well,
you know,
I can say this one thing about being the horny customer that I realize now. So now that I'm post bartending, right? I'm post bartending, I'm post my band life, and I'm post single, right? Those three things were all at the same time throughout my 20s. And as soon as I stopped two of them back at the same time, I stopped being single, and then I stopped being in the band, and I stopped bartending in the same year, or in the same 2 years. Dude, all of a sudden I was like, do I drink? Was I drinking this whole time just because I was in bars, either working or at a show, or because I was single? Like, I think that was what it was. So yeah, I think I was horny customer for a decade, Laurent.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Legit, you know, but I don't think, that being said though, you know, horny customer comes in a wide variety, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I was in a bar sometime last year and I was talking to this guy and his friend. I was attracted to him. We were having really good conversation, the three of us, and we all exchanged numbers. And then like he slipped his hand up my skirt.
Oh,
and I was
Jesus.
like, I was so like, I was so shocked. Usually, I mean, I would react physically, obviously, but I think that my approach this time was maybe to embarrass him or just wonder, like, why would you just stick your hand up my skirt?
that's insane.
Why did you do that? I said, you
Jesus.
think because I'm attracted to you, you could just stick your hand up my skirt? And then I asked him questions. I was like, because I gave you my number, did you think you could stick your hand up my skirt?
Right.
Because I look like I like you, you think you could stick your hand up my skirt? And he was so embarrassed, but also like it had
Good.
to have worked.
Yeah.
Because how could you just feel so
Yeah.
comfortable doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, like it's worked in the past, you mean?
Yes, because you can't do that.
No.
Mm.
So Niketta, we could talk to you all day. This has been
I
an
know.
absolutely
I don't want to go.
fun. This has been.
Can we like do this sometimes?
I think we
Yes.
should definitely have you back on because truly, like, you've been a wonderful guest, and I could see this going all night long, but unfortunately, I
Easy
got places to be. Yeah.
But I was gonna say, Niketta, we should, Laurent, we should maybe we should try to schedule in person if she's in
Oh
town.
my God.
If ever you're in town,
I will
we'd love to have you.
absolutely come and hang out with you and do it in person. That would be so much
and even
fun.
if that's not the case, we should get you back on for. We'd love to have you again because I think we could do 4 hours of this.
I'm down.
But unfortunately, this fucking podcast is not 4 hours. So, Michael,
Yes.
if you would like to introduce the ending of the show.
Yes. Okay, so Niketta, and for
Yeah.
anyone at home who it's your first time listening to the show, we're now entering Chris Marcella's Fast Five. Chris Marcella's Fast Five are 5 rapid fire questions, generally not service related, and I'm gonna hit you with them one after another, Niketta. Okay, and I want you to hit me with the first thing that comes to the top of your head. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. It's fun though. This is all fun, Niketta.
Okay.
You're
He
having fun.
sees me crumbling.
This is
You're
fun.
having fun. You're having
This is
fun.
fun, Niketta. It's fun. Yeah. Okay.
Chris Marcella's Fast Five or 10.
Number 1.
Okay.
How many glasses of water did you drink today?
0. No, does club soda count? Club soda.
Yeah, both with booze in it. Okay, it counts though.
No!
That's number 1. Okay.
Dude.
Okay. Number 2. Did you develop any new skills during lockdown?
Writing, not music, but like TV.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, you started working on your series during COVID.
Yeah.
Right,
Never
yeah,
did
yeah.
that before.
Hell
Never did
yeah.
that before.
So cool.
Yeah.
What's the name of the series that you're working on again?
Maljo.
Maljo. This is the one about the
It's-
mythology
It
and
means evil eye. Yeah.
right. So cool.
hmm
All right. Look out for that, y'all.
I love you.
Number 3. Favorite childhood cartoon.
Whoo, X-Men.
Yes. Yes. All right. This one, this is a funny shout out to my wife, Laura Belmont. Whenever I'm doing my Fast Five, she helps me out with questions when I can't get them.
Hi,
And I need it. Hi, Laura. I need
love
it.
her.
She's listening to this right now.
I love you.
This. Yeah, she's listening. Okay. Number 4. Are you a ball, a stick, or a veil?
A veil.
A veil?
I think so.
Cool. Apparently, it's like an acting thing. It's like an acting school thing. There's some school of thought. You're either a ball, a stick, or a veil. I thought maybe you would know
I'm a
it.
veil. I don't know it, but I want to know what that means now. I'll
You're a
have to
veil. Okay.
message her
All
after
right. Good
this.
enough. All right, and then closing it up. Number 5, like usual. Niketta, you're finishing this podcast in a couple minutes. You have to get in your car, drive to the closest tattoo shop, and get one celebrity or historical figure tattooed on your body. Perfect black and white portrait. Who would you get?
I don't know why Jesus popped into my head because I'm not like that. Why? It's probably happening because of our conversation.
But like a real Jesus, right? Like a brown Jesus, like a brown Jesus, right?
No, I thought of the white one and I would never put him on my body. I would never do that. Why did that happen?
That's hilarious. That's
That'd
it.
be
That's it.
awesome.
It's your final answer. That's it. Chris
Yeah.
Marcel's Fast Five. Got through it.
Hilarious.
He's a celebrity and a historical figure, so you're really
I got both. I got
wrapping
both.
it up.
Far between. So what have we learned this episode? We've learned that if you throw up on somebody who's taking a shit, you should punch them in the face immediately. We've learned that Niketta
That's
will let
amazing.
you feel her up if you ask.
And you're a woman. And
And
you're
you're
a
a
woman.
woman, and
If
you're
you're a blackout drunk middle-aged woman, that's it.
exactly calling all cars. We've learned that We don't want to fuck potatoes. You can keep them.
No.
Unless they're baked.
Unless they're baked.
Unless
Yeah.
they're baked.
No.
And we've learned that Niketta wants Jesus on her thigh.
No. Oh, maybe on my thigh.
The white one.
That's horrible.
Oh shit.
Oh God, that's so
Oh,
funny.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
Fun.
Niketta, again, thank you very much. You've truly been a fantastic guest, and we would love to have you back.
So good.
I
So
would love
good.
to. I would love to. So much fun.
And we will end our podcast the way we always do, with our guest finishing us off with a joke or a quote.
Oh, really quickly. Yes, I have one. I
Uh-huh.
just need to say, I totally forgot to tell you this. Can I just tell you something really, really, really,
Please.
really, really quick? Okay. So this weird thing happened to me today. I was driving and this guy was on the overpass, like dropping bricks or something like that.
Shit.
There was like a brick like
Jesus.
attached to a rope or something, and he dropped it and he almost like hit me, and like I
shit.
swerved past. But then I was looking at the news today, and it actually went through the windshield wiper of this freaking Uber driver.
Oh no.
And the driver kept driving, and the rope, like the guy held onto it and it pulled his arm off.
Holy shit.
And then I know. And then when the cops were called, they fucking arrest the Uber driver.
What?
For armed robbery.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Holy shit. What's happening in LA today? Jesus Christ. Wild.
That was the best way to present a joke ever. Let's fucking go, dude.
I need to tell you how nervous I was because I suck at telling jokes. And I showed an apartment today, and my potential applicant told me that, tricked the fuck out of me. I was like, I'm stealing that motherfucking.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I gotta fucking say, I missed the fucking punchline. I completely missed it. What the fuck? What was it? Say it again.
I said that the Uber driver got arrested for armed robbery.
Let's go, dude.
I was legitimately like, what, did he have a prior? What's going on? Was there a warrant out? What's going on? Wow,
I was too realistic. My acting was too good.
Your delivery was incredible. That was wild.
Niketta, instant classic. This is you've been great from start to finish. That was fucking hilarious.
That was beautiful. Yeah, no, I missed the fucking punchline. I can't believe it. That was unreal. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you guys for listening. We all love you. And again, Niketta, thank you for being
thank you.
such a wonderful guest.
Do you want to see who was making all the noise? Come
yeah,
here.
let's see.
We do this a lot at the end. We do dog reveals at the end of the episodes
Come
a lot.
here. Come say hi.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Hello.
My little girl. Her
Hello.
birthday was the 2nd. She's 7.
Oh, sweetie.
Hi, look at them.
Look at sweetie.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thank you so much, guys. I had too much fun. I want to do this again, and definitely when I come to New York, I will definitely love to do that.
We would love to have you.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Niketta, you were not that I had any other expectation, but you were a fantastic guest, and this was so much fun.
I love
Good to see
you.
your face. I feel like I got to see you and talk to you more in the past 2 months than in a while, and it's great.
And it's
I'm
changed
very
my
happy
life.
about it.
And so it really has. I'm being serious. You just made
Well, I want to hear more about that.
We'll talk about it. Me, you, and Laura will have a little FaceTime, and Laurent can join.
I love it.
There you go.
Let's do it.
Guys, we love you. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.